Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up weekdays. Catch us live somebody. Let's go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening and good morning. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits and all of that good stuff. I have a breaking story, kind of a breaking story. It's been happening since yesterday, but still wanted to give you guys an update on this particular case. And I'm just going to give you a fair warning. There's a pretty bad storm coming through right now as we speak in my neck of the woods. So I don't know what's going to happen if the internet's going to be good to me or if it's going to be acting a fool. I don't know. But I do want to get this story out before we have our evening show. Maybe there'll be some new updates revolving around this particular case, but this is wild. That's all I got to say. This case is absolutely wild. There's an Amber Alert right now as we speak for a little toddler boy because a monster went on some unaliving spree and now is on the run. And they suspect that this monster who has this little boy is trying to get down to Mexico, trying to get to Mexico, guys. So we got some things we got to talk about. I want to bring awareness to this because this is all happening on the left coast, okay? All on the West Coast right now. And apparently there was a sighting of this monster with this little boy. Last sighting was in Oregon, from my understanding. So I want to bring this up so you guys know what the heck is going on. Anybody in that area and whatnot, keep your eyes peeled, please and thank you. There's a lot that we're going to be dissecting. There's a lot to break down because this piece of work, my Lord, have mercy. This person's terrible. I'll explain all here in just a minute. You see it in the title up above or down below. I'm telling you right now, this guy is an absolute monster. And he was also serving and protecting his own community as well, which is absolutely wild as well. Anyway, ex-cop on the run with his baby boy. There's an Amber Alert that has been issued. This man is out on a lamb. We got to talk about it. So please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below, please and thank you. That would really, really mean a lot. All right. Hit that like button. Send those likes all the way up because the more likes this gets, the more eyeballs it gets, the more awareness people know about this particular case. And we can get this little baby boy, Roman, home, or at least to safety. We got to talk a lot. There's a lot of tragedy here. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please and thank you. Hit that follow button on my Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or X, Instagram, all of them. Go support me. That would be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that join button down below if you're watching on YouTube as well. Support the channel. These purple lights don't pay themselves. Of course, if you want to support any further, you can go to patreon.com/The Pascal Show. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right. Okay, guys. We got to get into this because I can't be on forever today on this one, okay? But I want to give you guys just the updates and the facts around this particular case, and this case is absolutely crazy. Now, these two are right now, not these two, but this man is on the run with his baby boy, Roman Huizar. Hopefully I'm saying that right, the last name, okay? The baby boy, the little baby, his name is Roman Huizar. Elias Huizar, the man, this monster, is on the run right now after unaliving not only his ex-wife, but also his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend, the one that brought this beautiful baby boy into the world. He also avoided a court appearance because he is being alleged of R-ing littles. Let me just say that, of R-ing littles. And if I'm correct, impregnating another underage female. This is one of the worst cases that we've talked about in a very, very long time. This is the face of evil. Not that little bundle of joy, but that man right there is an absolute monster. So we got to talk about this because right now this is happening as we speak. That's why I need everybody's attention, because we need to get down to the facts and get into the information that we have so far. Okay? Now, as you guys already know, an Amber Alert has been issued. We got a bunch of news clips that I'm going to be playing for you guys. We got some articles because there's so much going on in this particular case. It's absolutely crazy. And like I said, I might be moving fast. I don't mean to be moving too fast. Okay? Don't worry. I'll try to pace myself as best as I can. But of course, I'm trying to squeeze this in really, really quick. Okay? Before our night show, because I will be on tonight. All right. And we will most likely be covering this, not only just this, but other cases, other topics that we have been covering so far. But I wanted this to be a standalone so that you guys know what's going on. And please share, talk to people, let people know what the heck is going on. Now, I'm not kidding. Okay. Here's the article the first article I ever saw. And this is what I saw this a little bit ago. And so I want to share this with you guys. Former school cop Elias Huizar aims at his ex-wife, who also is a teacher at this Washington elementary school. Also, he takes the life of his girlfriend at his home on the day he is due in court for impregnating. You can read the rest. And of course, R-ing her friend, who also is 16. Like I said, this is the ultimate evil on top of evil on top of evil. No, this is not a joke. This ain't a drill. Okay? This is the real deal, Holyfield. And this man right now is on the run as we speak. Allegedly, they believe that he is trying to get to Mexico. One thing I want you to know is where this tragedy took place was in Washington State. So he is driving. There's some updates on the car. I think he switched cars or something. We're going to be talking about all this here in a second. But he is driving from Washington State. And if he really is trying to get down to Mexico, it's a little bit of a drive. So I'm just letting you guys know. This man is on the road trying to flee. So if you are in the West Coast area, some of y'all call it the left coast. If y'all in the left or West Coast, keep an eye out for these two. Again, this baby boy, it's a baby. It's a toddler, for crying out loud. We got to get into it. So let's get into some of these articles, okay? Like I said, there's a lot to gather in a bunch of different ones. So we might be hopping back and forth, okay? Depending on, how much information we have from one article, okay? So Amber Alert issued for baby who may be with former police officer suspected in 2 M's. Okay, so let me repeat that. This is an ex-cop. It says it right there in the title, even in the thumbnail, just so you guys know. It is an ex-cop. He is not a current cop anymore. And I'm actually wondering I'm wondering if maybe because of his ways, that's why he's not a cop anymore, right? Unless he resigned on his own for whatever reasons. But let's get into this. Okay, just want to make sure there's no sound going on. Authorities in Washington State have issued an Amber Alert for a 1-year-old boy after police said a former police officer reportedly unalived 2 women, his wife and his ex-girlfriend, and allegedly took the baby. The girlfriend's only 17 years old, by the way. 17. Okay? Thank you, Miss Curvy. Yes. He did switch cars, which hopefully we will get into that conversation here very shortly. Washington State Patrol issued the Amber Alert Monday night on behalf of the West Richland Police Department, who reported the baby, identified as Roman Huizar, missing. Again, this is Roman right here. Okay, the little boy is Roman. Elias is the monster. that's on the run with this 1-year-old baby boy, Roman, just so you guys know. The city of West Richland is in Benton County, about 35 miles north of the Oregon state line. The child's father, little typo there, 39 years old. He's 39 years old. Elias Huizar, is wanted on 2 homicide charges, police also announced Monday. Okay? So, police, they're saying he unalived his ex-wife and girlfriend before fleeing with baby. According to information from law enforcement, this monster unalived his ex-girlfriend outside William Wiley Elementary School in West Richland, Washington, on Monday, then fled the scene before officers arrived. While later serving a search warrant at Huizar's home, West Richland Police reported detectives and partner agencies discovered a second woman's body at his residence. Police have not released additional details about the woman's demise, including how they lost their lives. Obviously, we are hearing different now. Apparently, he pulled the trigger on both of them. Okay? And just so you guys know, he is 39 years old. Of course, he is male. He has brown hair. He has brown eyes. He is 5'6". Why does he look like he's taller? But anyway, the photo gives me a vibe that he's taller, but I don't know. It's a headshot, right? So he's 5'6". He is 170 pounds. Description, okay, I guess he was last seen in a black hat, black long sleeve shirt, light blue jeans, black shoes. Okay? What he was last seen in, which from my understanding has changed, he was in a 2009 Toyota Corolla that is silver. The license plate was CBZ 4745. It was a Washington state license plates. Okay? But from my understanding, that has changed. I think he changed cars. All right? So it says here, vehicle information updated from a Toyota Camry to a Toyota Corolla. This Amber Alert has been activated by the Washington State Patrol on behalf of the West Richland Police Department. Incident details: suspected of unaliving ex-wife and girlfriend. 1-year-old child is missing. Okay, approximately, he went missing on the 21st of April at approximately 5 p.m. Possibly headed to Mexico. Let's move on. As of Tuesday, police had not released the victims' names. Okay. U.S. Today has reached out. This is the article I'm reading right now. Missing baby and father last spotted in Portland. Okay. So on Tuesday morning, West Richland police reported that this monster was seen in Portland, Oregon overnight, possibly driving a black sedan. Boom. So instead of him actually being in the Washington state area, driving a 2009 Toyota Corolla that is actually silver, he is now allegedly driving a black sedan, last seen in Portland, Oregon. Okay? All resources are following up on this lead, the agency wrote in a post. Okay. So he was a former police officer in Yakima. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. Or Yakima? Yakima or Yakima? Somebody who lives out there, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Yakima, but I could be wrong. All right. So Huizar is a former police officer with the Yakima Police Department, the agency spokesperson told U.S. Today on Tuesday. The city of Yakima is about 70 miles. Yakima. Okay. It's Yakima. Okay. The city of Yakima is about 70 miles northwest of where the baby disappeared. So this monster was hired by the agency in 2013, and then he resigned in February of 2022. This is what the spokesperson for that department said. Now, I just want you guys to know, this little boy, Roman Huizar, has been missing since the 21st of April. Okay. He was last seen in West Richland, Washington State. He is 1 year old. Of course, he's male. Brown hair, brown eyes. He's 2 feet tall. He's 25 pounds. Of course, he was last seen with this monster. And I hope we find them very, very soon. Okay? Now, double homicide suspect Elias Huizar considered armed and dangerous. Duh. I think that's a dead-ish giveaway that this man is dangerous. If he was out here pew-pewing two women, an ex-wife and ex-girlfriend, see, like I said, some reports are saying ex-girlfriend, some reports are saying girlfriend. I don't know. All I know is that he did a very, very bad thing. And then on top of it, he was supposed to show up to court for doing two other very, very bad things. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Police said it's possible this monster and the child may be heading to Mexico. Investigators said he is considered armed and considered dangerous and likely to commit more violent crimes. Officials have not said whether the baby belongs to one of the homicide victims. From my understanding, it's the ex-girlfriend's baby. Okay? What does he look like? We already know what he looks like. And of course, he was driving a Corolla, but they're saying that he could be driving a black sedan now. Okay? I already gave you guys the description on this guy. All right? And I have this too. I'm going to show you guys this piece right here in a little bit. All right? According to the Amber Alert poster, the baby, okay, we already know, 2 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 25 pounds, and has brown hair and brown eyes. Anyone who spots the suspect or the baby is asked to call 911. They're not even giving y'all a hotline or nothing. They're just basically saying, please call 911. Don't even hesitate. Don't sit there and go, what's the number again? What is it, a crazy acronym again? 1-800-TBI such and such. Nope. 911. Just call 911. Period. Okay? Period. This is a very, very dangerous man. All right? Hence the reason why I'm coming out with so much urgency and letting you guys know about this particular case here. Okay? And about what's going on, because this is happening right now as we speak. This person has not been detained. He is out on the lam. He out here kicking rocks in these wilderness streets right now. He could be anywhere right now on the left coast. And it looks like he's planning on going to Mexico, allegedly. Now, I do want to share this before we continue on. Okay? Let's just blow this up so that we all can see this together in the nosebleed seats. Of course, as you already see, Amber Alert, child abducted, taken. Here are all the information here. Okay? But again, some things have changed. There's a possibility. Huizar? Oh, thank you, Yvonne. Hi, Pascal. His last name is pronounced like Huizar. Okay. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate it. Hopefully I'm saying it right then. Now, Huizar. So Roman Huizar, Elias Huizar. Right? Hopefully I'm saying it right. Okay. Not here trying to look like or sound like a fool, but I'm here to tell you guys the facts and information. So please, guys, again, let me just emphasize this again. Hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button. Share this feed if you can. Let people know about this. Everybody know, even in the nosebleed seats. This is a family affair. There's a 1-year-old boy out there with a monster right now. And this man is a monster. This man is bad. This is a bad man. Let me just reiterate again. He unalived his ex-wife. He also unalived his ex-girlfriend, the baby mother, okay? The mother of this little baby. He was supposed to be showing up, making an appearance at court today for our charges against a 15-year-old, okay, or actually our charges against a 16-year-old and impregnating a 15-year-old. If I have that math correctly, let me make sure I got that correct. We'll come back to this. There they are again. Yes, impregnating a 15-year-old and R-ing a 16-year-old friend. So he has a, it's sickening, guys. Absolutely disgusting, yo. Don't worry, we're coming back to this article. But I want to send this all the way home for you guys, okay? Most importantly, we need to get this man locked up as soon as possible so that he does not have this little kid, this little baby in harm's way. Because clearly, if this man has this child is in some serious trouble. Period. Now they're saying clothing. They don't know what what Roman is wearing. Okay, but I reiterate, he's 1 year old. He's about 2 feet tall. He's 25 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes. Elias Huizar, 39 years old. He's 5'6". He's 170 pounds. He's got brown hair, brown eyes. You see him right there. This is exactly what it looks like. Unless he dyed his hair or cut his hair, doesn't matter. Imagine him bald. Imagine him with a Caesar haircut. All right? Bzz, bzz, buzz cut. Done. All right? No matter what, this guy's out there, and he was last seen wearing a black hat, black long sleeve shirt, light blue jeans, and black shoes. He was also last seen, which apparently it has changed, but he was last seen in a 2009 Toyota Camry. Well, actually Corolla now. Okay? That has been updated. But now from what we understand, it's a black sedan right now as we speak. Okay? Let's continue on because there's many more miles to go before we sleep on this particular story. All right. So police are on the hunt for an ex-cop who allegedly took the life of his girlfriend and teacher ex-wife at a Washington elementary school before grabbing and taking a 1-year-old. Elias Huizar, 39 years old, has been labeled as armed and dangerous, and police say he may commit more crimes as he tries to flee to Mexico. Now, this monster allegedly took the life of his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez, at William Wiley Elementary School on Monday afternoon during dismissal. So school was coming out. Kids were out for the day, and this mother lover walked up, opened fire on his teacher ex-wife right there on school grounds. Crazy. Police searching for Huizar found a second victim, his girlfriend, who happens to be, from my understanding, 17 years old. She's unalive in his house, which is on the same block as the school. Police issued an Amber Alert for him and his 1-year-old son, Roman, so it is his son, who was taken. Now, we already know about all what he was last seen in. The former cop was due in court to face R charges with Littles. He was accused of R-ing. He was accused of R-ing his underage girlfriend and her 16-year-old friend. So let's just get this right. It ain't ex-girlfriend. It ain't girlfriend. The woman that was found in his home is allegedly his ex-girlfriend. He had a girlfriend that was 15 years old. And he R'd not only just her, but also her 16-year-old friend. Have mercy. Have mercy. Woo! What a day. What a day. What a day. Okay, let's continue. Ay, Chihuahua. Okay, let's continue, guys. This is absolute knuckin' futz. Wow. Okay, this is the guy wearing the badge. He was a cop, y'all. He was a cop for a minute, too. 8 years or something? Something like that? 9 years? 2013 to 2022? Yeah, about 9 years. 8, 9 years, give or take. Couple months? Have mercy. Have mercy. So he was on the run after Monday afternoon. This Monday afternoon, incident, tragedy that happened outside of the elementary school where his wife was aimed at and lost her life. Now, authorities confirmed that the body that had been found in Huizar's home as they were conducting this search, that was the one of his girlfriend, unless he had multiple girlfriends. But maybe he had an ex that was over there. Maybe they were having an altercation. Maybe they were talking about the son, and then he snapped and pulled the trigger on her. I don't know, but I'm hearing girlfriend. I've heard ex-girlfriend. I've heard several different things. But there is a possibility that he had multiple girlfriends all at the same time because he's just that piece of trash. Because he thinks he's oozing machismo. You know what I'm saying? Rico suave. You know. But let's continue on. Okay. He is believed to have impregnated the 17-year-old girl when she was 15, according to multiple reports. Police did not confirm if the girlfriend this monster's accused of R-ing and impregnating is the girlfriend who was found unalive in his home, or if he had moved on to a new relationship. Exactly what I just said. He could have just been having all of them as girlfriends. You never know. Or they may have broken up. So that's the thing. That's the reason why they don't know if it's an ex-girlfriend or a girlfriend. And that's why there's push and pull with that title. Okay. So his ex-wife, okay, they divorced in 2020. Okay. And they share 2 children. Following these charges, Rodrigo filed to modify their custody agreement and had requested a protection order. This is what she requested. She wanted to modify the agreement, the custody agreement, and also wanted a protection order because she believed he was a threat to her and their children. Clearly he is. Rodriguez, the ex-wife, claimed Huizar has been harassing her since the divorce and says he is mentally and emotionally unstable. He also owns guns, she said. It is unclear what the result of the case was. A hearing had been set for May 14th. Wow, so he was going to be in and out of court quite a bit over the next couple weeks. He was supposed to be in one the day that this tragedy happened. He was supposed to be in court, and then he was supposed to be at a hearing on May 14th. You know, all revolving his wife, all revolving around his ex-wife and his kids. So this monster served with the police department between, now they say 2014 to 2022, but we're just going to roll with it, and was assigned to be a school resource officer at Washington Middle School in Yakima. It is not clear where he was employed after he left the department. So even in the same, if I'm correct, this is the same area as his ex-wife. So he's protecting these kids. Have mercy. Now, I understand that was the middle school. Okay. Like, this is the middle school he was doing. He was the the SR officer over there. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's in the same area, same jurisdiction, same what's the word? I'm forgetting the word, but you know what I'm saying. Same area. Okay. Wow. On February 3rd, he was arrested after his 17-year-old girlfriend reported him for the attack on her 16-year-old friend who was staying overnight at their home in West Richland. So this monster and this girlfriend have a baby who is 9 months old at the time of his February court appearance, according to the Tri-City Herald. Wow, this is him right here, yo. That's so disturbing. Oh my God, that's disturbing. That's really disturbing, y'all. That's really that's disturbing. Those are all girls right there. I'm done. Oy, 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 oy. Oy, oy, oy. Okay. I'll keep an eye on that. Thank you so much for the heads up. I appreciate it. I'll keep an eye on it. S-dubs. Thank you. I'll keep an eye on it. Let me get through this. There's a lot to break down, but this is very disturbing. I'm sorry. That's a disturbing view. Okay, but let's move on. This guy, is he holding a kid's? Man, I'm done. He's holding a kid's lunchbox. Man. Okay, let's continue. Because we could dwell on that forever. We could dwell on all of that forever. Okay? But the Tri-City Herald reported that this monster secured a protection order against his teenage girlfriend in 2019 after she told friends they were in a relationship, and the friends reported it to the school principal. The girl denied it and claimed her account had been hacked when social media posts about the alleged relationship were revealed. A criminal investigation was completed by the Attorney General's office, and the case was unfounded. This is what he wrote in his petition for the protection order. He says she was then expelled from school. The petition claimed the girl had contacted Huizar's then wife, downloaded photos from the couple's Facebook pages, and taken numerous covert photos of this monster. Wow. Yakima County Judge Harthcock approved the protection order that prevented the girl from coming within 500 feet of him or his family for a year. The girl claims in court documents that this monster contacted her in 2022 when she was 15 and they began a relationship. Their child was born. See, that's the thing. How can you fake the funk if a baby was born? How can you sit there and go, that baby ain't mine? But you still had a baby, though. You still had a child with this woman, this girl, this kid, this little. You see what I'm saying? Oh, no, all my stuff was hacked. She hacked my stuff, man. She just hacked my stuff. But she had your baby? So explain that to me, bro. Riddle me this, Batman. Can you explain that? Lord, say you have some explaining to do. You have some explaining to do. All right, let's continue. Their child was born in April last year, and the pair began living together in the West Richland home when she was 17 years old. The age of consent law in Washington is 16 years old. The police have been investigating whether he slept with her before that. He clearly did. Takes 9 months to bring a baby into the world. Is it possible that she was not? Let's do the math, guys. Hold up. Y'all do the math. He was doing some disturbing stuff. Come on. And also, yes, stuck in Florida. It's funny that you You were in Florida. Isn't it the same age in Florida? Ain't it the same age in Florida? The age of consent law, isn't it 14, isn't it 16 in Florida? I think it is. So right here though, yes, 16 years old, age of consent. Okay? Yes, Liz W. It seems like they can't do the math. They're not carrying the one. That's the problem. They forget to carry the one. Yeah, when they're doing the math. All right? But let's continue. All right? Like they're wondering, they're investigating whether he slept with her before. Okay. Let's just continue. You could do the math easy. Like he's been all nice to kids. Like, no, bro. This ain't popping. Nah, this ain't gangster. Let's continue on though. In the most recent alleged R, the 17-year-old girl friend had gone to sleep in a spare room next to her 16-year-old friend who was feeling sick after all three had spent the evening drinking at the home on February 3rd. Okay, let me just say this really quick. All right? No 30 some odd year old man should be partying and drinking with 16, 17-year-old littles. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Florida's 18. Good to know. I didn't know it was 18. I thought it was something more, but I thought it was younger. My bad. Thank you for that correction. So I take that back on throwing a little shade to Florida. But again, now I know. Okay, the more you know. Da-na-na-na. But if you have a grown ass individual wanted to pop beers and drink and kick it with your 16, 17-year-old, no. And God knows what he could have slipped in the drinks. She wasn't feeling well. She went to go sleep in the other room. It's a recipe for disaster, y'all. Let's continue. Have mercy. Okay, so was feeling sick after the three had spent the evening drinking at the home on February 3rd. Court documents record. She then woke to find this monster attacking her drunken friend before he left the room, quote unquote, like nothing had happened. When she confronted him, according to the Tri-City Herald. So Huizar was charged with second-degree R, furnishing alcohol for minors, and third-degree R over his relationship with the 17-year-old. His bail was set to $200,000, but he has since bonded out of jail, obviously, with stipulations that he doesn't contact either of the teens or consume any alcohol. The opening date of his trial was set for Monday, so this past Monday, according to a local NBC station. All right. So the school district in Richland, Washington, sent out an alert to parents to that confirmed the tragedy. Okay, at the William Wiley Elementary School earlier Monday. This tragedy occurred at 3:23 p.m. local time during dismissal. Like I said, kids were walking out of class, getting picked up by their moms and dads, etc. And this mother lover just opens fire on this woman, on his ex-wife. Nobody else at the school was injured in this tragedy there, thank God. But still extremely tragic. Here's his face one more again, okay? Just so y'all know, and I will be pulling his face up again. You're going to see him, okay? You're going to be seeing his ass a lot here in a second, okay? But this man pulled up to the school and pulled the trigger on his ex-wife. A resident said he heard 4 to 5 gunshots while in his backyard Monday afternoon. I thought it was someone hitting something with a hammer. It didn't sound like a gun. Then a woman came flying out here before the cops, before the cops even got here and started screaming that someone was shot. The school district sent an alert to the parents, adding that any students still on campus were sent into a secure area, even those who were getting set to depart on the school bus. Okay. Now, this is right near the border, as you guys can see, right near the border of Washington and Oregon border. So of course, I could see them possibly, there being a sighting of him in Oregon. I mean, if he's heading south, if he's heading towards Mexico, this is a very good possibility. Okay, that sighting is real. Stay clear of the area. We will post updates as they become available. All after-school activities at the school were canceled around 4:45 p.m. Police began getting the lockdown children out of the school. Okay, an app contacted the school, connected to the school, is telling parents where they'll be reunited with their children, so on and so forth. Obviously, all those children are okay. They also said in a press conference, which was like 5 seconds long, that this was an isolated incident, that no one was hurt, no children lost their lives, etc. There was no injuries and whatnot. This was very much an isolated incident, a targeted attack. He came in, he did what he did, and then he took off. And I have to say to his ex-wife, I hope, to the family, my heart prayers go out to the family and friends that are deeply affected by this, the students that are all deeply affected by this as well. My heart goes out to all of them, because this is scary to think that this even happened. All right. But we got more. We're going to be looking at a few more things. All right. So let's take a look at this here too. Maybe repeating the same things. I'm going to try to skim through this as much as I can. But on the run cop fleeing the M's of his ex-wife and teenage girlfriend has changed cars after being spotted as police fear he's making a break for Mexico. All right. So he's on the run with his son after allegedly taking the life of his ex-wife. We already know that, and girlfriend. All right. He had originally been searching, or officers have originally been searching for a silver Toyota Corolla, but said on Tuesday that he had been seen driving a black sedan in Portland, Oregon overnight. Now, I'm wondering, what was that eyewitness account? Okay. I'm kind of curious, right? Of course, they're saying that he is armed and very, very dangerous. Let's see here. This is the ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez. Okay. The 17-year-old girl, the girlfriend that lost her life, her name is Angelica Santos. They call, I guess her nickname is Jelly. Okay. She was actually the one that was found unalive in his house. Okay. Now, he had a child with Santos, with Angelica, and she was 15 years old when she was impregnated, according to police, because they finally did the math. The former cop was due in court, face little R charges. We got to use these code words, unfortunately. He's accused of R-ing his underage girlfriend and her 16-year-old friend. So see, now the thing is, it sounds like, and thank you, Amanda, for that clarification as well. But one thing I'm kind of curious about is there's the 17-year-old Angelica, right? But then he had a girlfriend that was 15, and apparently they were partying, and then the 15-year-old girlfriend caught him doing some unthinkable things with her 16-year-old friend, who was also probably passed out drunk, right? Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, guys. There's a lot to dissect here. Obviously, again, I want to re-emphasize that there is an Amber Alert right now as we speak on this situation. Okay. As much as we are all shocked at the whole case and we're all just like losing our minds. And yes, Yogi, I agree. This mother lover disgusting. Okay. He's beyond sick. What he's done is deplorable. It is just, it's not even, it's unfathomable. Okay. The things that he's done. All of it, right? All of this stuff. This man is disgusting. All right. But main important thing we got to remember here, okay, is that Roman is gone, is nowhere to be found. He is on the run allegedly. He's on the lam. This monster took this little boy and ran. Now, somebody just said, Jason Brittle just said, there's a press soon. When is the press? That's what I'd like to know as well. And Lulu says, it says he's in custody. Interesting. If that's a new update, then that's fantastic news. I am going to look for that. Hold on. I am going to look for that. Because that is fantastic news, if that's the truth. And I'm hoping that that little kid is okay. Hold on real quick. Let's find out. Huh. It's okay. In front of 9 years. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Was last seen in Oregon. Hold on. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Abducting son. I don't see anything about him being in custody. But, oh, nope. That's February 3rd after his girlfriend told the police and that's nope. I have yet to see anything about anybody being arrested or detained. So that's going to be new news for me unless the news has not covered it yet. Do you see what I'm saying? That might not have gotten out to the rest of the world. Okay. There's a press about it right now as we speak. Okay. Let me see what's up. Let me see what is up. In the meantime, though, I am going to play some of this while I look for this press conference because there's some stuff that I want to give you guys, during this whole thing. So let's take a look at this. Hit the number one. Let me know you guys can hear this.
Washington State say that a manhunt is underway for an ex-cop accused of killing both his ex-wife and girlfriend. An Amber Alert has also been issued after police say that suspect, Elias Huizar, abducted his 1-year-old son in the town of West Richland. The former Yakima police officer is said to be armed and dangerous and possibly fleeing toward the Mexican border. Our Alex Stone is following the story, joins us now. So, Alex, what more do we know just about how this all unfolded?
Well, we are talking to police and learning a little bit more right now, Kira, that it is believed that he was due in court yesterday morning, accused of raping a 16-year-old girl, having a relationship with a teenage girl. He was a school resource officer in Yakima and allegedly assaulting another teenage girl. Due in court yesterday morning, but instead out on bail, allegedly going to an elementary school, Wiley Elementary in West Richland, and allegedly at that point killing his ex-wife, then going to a home and killing who it's been reported to be his underage girlfriend, taking his son, and then taking off from there. And now has been on the run. There is a nationwide Amber Alert that is in place right now. We understand that he may have been spotted in Portland, Oregon this morning, Kira.
Now, one thing I do want to say is really quick. I understand that there is a press conference going on right now as we speak. I'm going to wait for it to be done because it's already started. And then I'm going to play it here with you guys. Okay. If you can wait, 10 minutes or so, we will watch it as a family. But right now, it is going on as we speak. It's been going on for the last 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to let it do its thing. And then we're going to take a look at it as a family. Okay. Because every single time that I do any type of press conference live, it always gets glitchy and all that stuff. So I'm going to wait for it to be done and then we'll look at it. Okay. So we are going to be playing it from the beginning when it's done. So just wait, be patient. We'll be looking at it very, very soon, but I'm still going to give you guys the updates and all the things that the news has been giving out here thus far. Okay. So let's continue seeing this really quick, because, you know, the update could be everything, but then the update could be nothing. So let's see what, you know, this press conference could be big news, or the press conference could be not a damn thing. So let's see what happens. Okay. But we will be watching it. So please be patient, guys.
Okay, so let's talk about additional leads that are giving police the idea that he could be heading toward Mexico.
Well, there was that thought that he was in what you see right here, this silver Corolla, but overnight, we understand now, police are confirming that he was spotted on surveillance video at a convenience store in the Portland area driving a dark sedan. So it looks like at some point he switched vehicles and went into another vehicle, still believed to have his 1-year-old son with him, still on the run, but appears he's generally in the same area, not heading to Mexico, but they're looking for him right now.
All right, got it. We'll track it. Alex, thanks.
Yeah, if he actually was trying to go for Mexico, we'll see. But at the same time, it is kind of a drive. That's quite the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't been caught already. Okay. But again, we're going to watch this press conference very, very soon. Again, I appreciate you guys sticking around, but I want to give you guys as much information before we go into this press conference, because I feel in my bones that this is just them giving everybody an update. Oh, here's what's going on. This is what we know so far, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that there's going to be any updates, because right now, I'm telling you right now, as I keep refreshing to see if this guy is in custody, they would have already said, man is in custody, right? Man who took child has been found safe, and, you know, monsters in custody. They ain't said none of that. Okay. Just so you guys know. So I'm waiting for this press conference to be done, Zoe. But let me share a little bit more, because we got a few more videos we're going to take a look at. Okay, let's rock and roll, shall we?
There is an urgent manhunt we want to tell you about, and also an Amber Alert in the Pacific Northwest. Police say a former Washington State police officer is suspected of killing 2 people, his ex-wife and his girlfriend, and then kidnapping a 1-year-old boy. Police say that Elias Huizar ran from an elementary school on Monday after a shooting that killed one of the women. The little boy is Roman Huizar. Police say they believe he is in a...
See, now I got to go. It's Huizar. Huizar. Okay, let's continue.
Silver 2009 Toyota Corolla, the license plate CBZ4745. They think he's armed and dangerous. They believe he is, given the circumstances of this case. He was an officer from 2014 to 2022, and police say the body of Huizar's ex-wife was also found at his home. So we'll continue to monitor that. And thank you for...
Okay. And the funny thing is so far, this has been kind of not low hanging fruit, but this has kind of been flying low under the radar from what I've seen so far, as far as covering this case, covering this story, and the fact that this monster's out on the lam, like he out here in these streets, kicking rocks, trying to go to Mexico, allegedly, with a 1-year-old baby boy, innocent little baby boy. I mean, it's crazy, but I figured that I'm kind of surprised not a lot of people have talked about this from what I've seen. And that's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? That's fine. You know, it's all good, man. But I think that's interesting nonetheless. All right. But like I said, I'm keeping an eye out for this press conference, making sure it's on. I feel like it's about to be done here very, very shortly. Just we will get to it. I promise. Okay. But real quick, we will be watching the press conference. I promise you. Promises. So S-Dubs, thank you so much for gifting 1 membership. Don't worry, we got some more videos and stuff, but I want to get these super chats out the way really quick before it gets too thick. Okay. Sue, thank you so much. I live in Washington State, and I have not received any type of Amber Alert or nothing on this. That is very interesting. Like I said, it's still crazy that this not a lot of people know about this case. I saw it on Daily Mail literally this morning, a little bit, and I'm like, what's this story about this guy on the run? What's the story about this guy on the lam? But then I started seeing some news talking about it, and I'm like, oh, he really is on the run. Because I'm thinking this guy gonna be done. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a wrap. He already got arrested, so on and so forth. No, he's still on the run. No one knows where he is, but they have an account of where he is, but where, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. Oh, he switched cars. So why didn't anybody pull his ass over in the black sedan if he really is driving a black sedan? Why? How was he able to switch cars, y'all? Think about that for a second. He was able to switch cars. Ain't that wild? That's kind of wild. Caitlin, thank you so much. Does he think he can just drive into Mexico? That's exactly what I'm saying. What's his plan here? Because that's a long drive, y'all. That's a distance to drive. This is not just a regular, I'm just driving to Portland, Oregon, and I'm going to hide out. No, he's driving to Mexico. That's a very long drive from where he's at. So that doesn't make any sense. And of course, as soon as he gets to the border and everybody and their mama already knows about him, they're going to be looking for him. It doesn't matter if he dyes his hair, puts on shades, or cuts his hair, whatever. It doesn't matter. As soon as they see the little boy, they're going to sit there and put two and two together. It's a wrap. Okay? You still have to show an ID. I live an hour and a half from AZ Nogales. Entry, lots of cameras there. I don't know that AZ Nogales entry, but I apologize. That's news to me. But lots of cameras there. He won't go far. Yeah, he won't go far at all. He will not. Like I said, he will not. Caitlin, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family, and welcome to the family as well, Sabrina. And again, consider becoming a member by simply hitting that join button down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. Lady C, thank you so much. He was also a sub-teacher while charges were pending. Yeah, if that's true, that's crazy. That he was also a substitute teacher, man, that's so disturbing. That's so disturbing. That's so disturbing, y'all. Some of these monsters are literally just hiding in plain sight, y'all. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. But this is the reason why we need our sheepdogs out there, right? We need our sheepdogs out there fighting for us, fending off the wolves in sheep clothing, because they're out here. Trust and believe. Tipsy, thank you so much. Hey, for the 20 highest in the room. I appreciate this. Not an easy story to cover, but needs all the attention to help bring this baby home. Just want to say thank you. Prayers, baby boy is safe and soon rescued. Yes, I hope so too. Real talk. I really hope so. There's a lot of applauding today, but hey, Just Joe, welcome to the family. Thank you so much. And Miss Kirby, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate the £3. I do appreciate it. Real talk. Okay. Now let me just check one thing. Let me just see if it's done. They ain't done yet. They ain't done yet. It's fine. But I'm sure, listen, if he was found, we would have been known about it. Trust and believe. If this monster was caught and arrested, we would have been known about it. But we haven't heard anything. And I keep refreshing the news, like the Googles, to see if there's any updates, love. And there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So he's still out on the run. Okay. Crazy. But we got more. We got more video, more updates, etc., that we are going to look at as a family. Let's take a look at this.
From K2 News, this is
there we
breaking
go.
news.
That breaking news this morning, police need your help to find a one-year-old boy. An Amber Alert was issued late last night for Roman Huizar. You can see him on the left side of your screen. They say that he was abducted by his father, 39-year-old Elias Huizar. He's on the right side of your screen. Good morning on this Tuesday, April 23rd. I'm Noelle Ford. We have a busy morning here on K2 News this morning. So the Amber Alert all started in West Richland, Washington. but authorities believe the suspect may be in our area. K2's Joe English is on your side covering this breaking news, so he joins us live along Highway 26 near the Oregon Zoo. So, Joe, what do we know this morning?
Well, you may have gotten that Amber Alert on your cell phone overnight. Certainly, if you're driving around the region this morning, you are going to see that Amber Alert and the information you need to know on the electronic reader boards that are scattered around. And this is important stuff. Investigators say the guy they're looking for, the suspect, Elias Huizar.
If you guys can't hear it, I don't know what to tell you because this is pretty loud right now.
Huizar is armed and dangerous, likely to commit more crimes. So keep an eye out for his vehicle, a 2009 silver Toyota Corolla, Washington license plate CBZ 4745. If you spot it, don't try to intervene in any way. Just call 911 if you see that car. Police in West Richland say this started with a shooting outside of West Richland Elementary School yesterday afternoon. They believe Huizar shot and killed a woman at Wiley Elementary. During a search of his home last night, police found another person dead. Those victims haven't been identified, but the Amber Alert says the suspect's accused of killing his ex-wife and his girlfriend. Our sister station in Seattle gave us some details about Huizar. They say he was a former Yakima police officer, hasn't been with the Yakima Police Department since February of 2022. Investigators say he's facing a long list of charges.
Yeah, he is facing a long laundry list of charges, which we already discussed and already broke down as a family. And I'm telling you right now, what's also crazy about this is that he's a former cop. So there's certain procedures that he probably knows about. There's probably certain protocols, etc., that he can use in his advantage, to his advantage, to stay hidden from 5-0. Think about that for a second. That's some scary stuff. That's a scary thought. Because he has a certain set of skills that the police department taught him, he could utilize those things to stay hidden. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he won't slip up. Oh, he definitely will. At some point, he can't hide forever, especially if he's trying to move south. If he really is trying to go for Mexico, it's a long drive. You really think that 5-0 ain't going to catch him when they already have been hot on the pursuit, hot on his trail? He's going to have to switch cars every couple miles and hide as much as he can. Okay. It's crazy. But let me get some of these super chats here really quick. Servant of God, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family again. Katie Lynn, thank you so much. It's Nogales, hopefully Nogales, Arizona, border into Mexico. No AA. Okay. Well, thank you so much for that clarification. I appreciate that. Megan, thank you so much. This is happening 30 minutes from me. We got a late Amber Alert. Yeah, that's crazy. You'd think that these Amber Alerts would be more spot on, more solidified, immediate, right? But I'm starting to see from you guys, a lot of you guys that are in the area going, hey, I live in the area and I haven't even seen one. I haven't even gotten an alert, any type of Amber Alert. That's not good. That's no bueno, right? That's no bueno. And now this guy, out on the lamb. They're taking questions right now. Don't worry. We are going to get to those. We are going to get to the press conference. We will be watching it together. Trust and believe. But like I said, playback will be a lot easier than playing it live because it'll just be choppy and it'll be an absolute kerfuffle. I've said that twice today. Yeah, I've said kerfuffle 3 times now in one day. Yeah, it's one of those days, guys. Let's watch the rest of this.
That includes raping a 16-year-old girl in her sleep this past February. Again, watch for Elias Huizar, who allegedly took off with his 1-year-old son, Roman,
Huizar,
maybe on the way to Mexico, but could be in our area. Police believe they're in a silver 2009 Toyota Corolla with Washington license plate CBZ 4745. and the West Richland Police Department is planning to have an update on the case 6 o'clock this morning. We, of course, are going to be on your side and be there for that. Pass any new information we get from them along to you.
Now, I will say this. Obviously, this is a little old. I'm sure with this press conference that's happening right now as we speak, which we will be watching very shortly, I am sure there are new updates about the make of car that he may be driving, if the black sedan, the alleged black sedan is real or not, if he really is driving a black sedan or if he's still in the silver Corolla. Now, the thing is, though, if he really is still in the 2009 silver Corolla and they know that, then why aren't they arresting his ass? Why aren't they why aren't they pulling him over and arresting his ass? Now, they could do the OJ thing, what they did with OJ with the Bronco, just let him have the road and just drive until he agrees to pull over and just fess up, right? And just turns himself in. Maybe that's what they need to do. I don't know, because at the end of the day, there still is a 1-year-old boy that we have to be worried about here. That's the only reason. I mean, obviously, the fact that he's a monster and he's on the run and he can obviously take the life of many other people, he doesn't care. He has zero regard for human life. He took 2 people's lives and then he runs off with his son. But I'm hoping that if they know a lot more, I'm hoping that they're doing everything they can to get this. I'm hoping that they're doing everything they can to pull this guy over and arrest this guy. I really hope this is not a situation where they have no idea what's going on. That's one thing I'm really worried about as well. Because with his skills, with the things he's learned about how law enforcement moves, standard protocol, procedure, whatnot, he could use all of that stuff to his advantage. And yeah, Dope Soul, absolutely. The border would be notified for sure. Border would have been notified for sure. Okay. And just so you guys know, somebody asked about, I think it was her name was Angela, that asked the question about the Ring camera footage of this girl being taken. Somebody was ringing on a doorbell asking for help, and then she was just taken into the night. There has been updates on that. I will give you guys the update after the press conference. Okay. I'll give you an update on that story as well, because that's crazy and creepy as hell as well. All right. But hold on. Almost done. They're almost done. I could tell. I could see it. Whoever it is, doing the thing with the papers, stacking the papers up and trying to put them in her hands like she's ready to get the hell out. Okay. Like she's like, okay, I'm done. You done? You have any more questions? So when she gets done, we'll watch it. Okay. But I got a little bit more. There's a little bit more, I think. I could be wrong. Hold on. Did I play this one already?
From K2 News, this is breaking.
Afternoon, they believe.
Yeah, I think I did this one already. Yes, I did this one. Did I do this one?
This hour, an Amber Alert is in
Nope, I did not. That one's hella loud.
effect for a 1-year-old out of Eastern Washington.
State police say the suspect is a former Yakima police officer suspected of killing 2 people before going on the run. King 5's Farah Jadrin is live in the newsroom with the latest. So, Farah, do we know where the suspect may be headed?
Yeah, Mimi and Jake, state police say 39-year-old Elias Huizar may be heading to Mexico. He's accused of abducting 1-year-old Roman Huizar less than 24 hours ago from the Tri-Cities area, West Richland, Washington. Take a look at these photos. Roman is a year old, has brown hair and brown eyes. It's unknown what he was last seen wearing. WSP believes Elias Huizar took Roman and is driving a silver 2009 Toyota Corolla. It has a Washington plate with CBZ4745. Police say Huizar is suspected in murdering his ex-wife and girlfriend. They believe Huizar shot and killed his ex-wife yesterday outside an elementary school in West Richland around the time school was letting out for the day.
Yeah. So again, if he was willing to open fire on school grounds to take the life of his ex-wife, clearly it shows to me that this guy has zero care for anyone's safety. He took the life of a 17-year-old girlfriend. He took the life of his ex-wife. He is accused of allegedly R-ing R-ing multiple women, multiple girls. Okay. So this guy has zero care for human life. Zero. So yes, they should be treating this very, very carefully, because I'm really worried about the young boy too. Because if he doesn't care about those two women, does it mean that he cares about the boy? Or is he using the baby as a shield? I hate to say it like that, but think about that for a second. I got my son. You can't do anything to me. I got my son. You see what I'm saying? Remember the situation that happened at Lakewood Church? Isn't it Lakewood Church? Joel Osteen's church. Joel Osteen. Remember that? That monster was using her son. Remember that? So could there be a situation where he's using the baby so he doesn't get himself in trouble? Just saying. Like I said, I don't think this person cares about human life. Does he really care about the boy? I doubt it. He might be using it to shield himself from harm from law enforcement. Because you know for a fact, boys in blue, men and women in blue will be pulling up like pew pew. Be a wrap. Soon as they show him brandishing a gun, it's a wrap. But if you got that baby, it may not be the same approach. Just saying that out loud, y'all. Damn, they still talking. Okay. We waiting. We waiting. Trust me, we are going to look at this very, very soon. I promise. This press conference. Okay. There's a lot. I guess they got a lot to say, but let's not forget. If they had the guy, this press conference would be done by now. Think about that for a second. So they don't have him. They most definitely do not have him. Okay. Let's get into this. Selenia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Selenia, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Nikisha, what's up? Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Yes, at this point, he feels like he has nothing to lose. That's the scariest thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's why I'm saying, like, I hope that they treat this carefully, because this is a 1-year-old boy. That boy didn't do nothing. He was just born. All he's doing is pooping and eating and learning things. He's just growing. So I hope that they're doing everything they can to protect. And they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they don't harm little Roman. Okay? That's what I think we all are concerned about right now. Let me play a little bit of the rest of this.
Later, police found the second victim's body while serving a search warrant at Huizar's home. Huizar, a former Yakima police officer, was due in court for trial yesterday morning. He was charged in February with child rape. According to court documents, his underage girlfriend caught him assaulting her 16-year-old friend in his home. Huizar is considered armed and dangerous, so if you see him or 1-year-old Roman Huizar, you're asked to call 911.
This hour and
okay, like I said, you better call 911. Okay, this is a monster. All right, is it finished? It doesn't say it's finished. Ooh, there we go. It's finished. All right. So we can go and check it out together as a family. All right. Hold on, guys. Just doing what I need to do. Doing what I do. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Hold on, guys. Oops. One second, guys. Oh. Give it a couple more minutes. It's still like, I guess they're still doing stuff. Let's try that. It ain't ready yet. Let me see here. Come on already. Let me see here, guys. I'm trying to see if I can find it somewhere else because what I'm trying to do is not, it ain't doing what I need it to do. Hold on one second. This is one of them. It's not. It's off of. Hold on. It is off of like a Zang, but hopefully it'll do what it needs to do for this. All right. It, may not be the best one, but hey, it'll get the job done. All right. Just give me a second, guys. Oh, never mind. Maybe this is going to work. Finally. Come on. Nope. So we got one. Let me just pull this up. All right. Let's take a look at this. Try to skip up. Come on already.
I'd like to introduce
There we go.
Police Chief Thomas Grego. Also joined with me today is Dr. Shelley Redinger, Superintendent of the Richland School District. We have Eric Huizar, the Benton County Prosecuting Office Attorney. We have Lieutenant Wilson from the Washington State Patrol. We also have the FBI Supervisory Senior Resident Agent, Peter Orth, with us this afternoon. I'll give you a little format of today's press conference. We're going to go ahead and start with Chief Grego. We'll go to Eric Huizar, and then Superintendent Dr. Shelley Redinger. And then we'll bring Eric Huizar back to the podium to field questions and direct them appropriately. So with that, Chief Grego.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm sorry to report the tragedy that unfolded in our West Richland community yesterday. I'd like to begin by extending my thoughts and prayers to the victims and families and friends, and to report that the West Richland Police Department is utilizing every available resource to locate the suspect, Elias Huizar. Yesterday, April 22nd, 2024, at approximately 3:23 p.m., the West Richland Police Department responded to a shooting on the grounds of
Hold on, guys.
in West Richland. One adult female was pronounced.
Hold on, guys. I think I got a better one. Give me 2 seconds. Doing it right now.
This afternoon. I'll give you a
there we
format
go.
of today's press conference. We're going to go ahead and start with Chief Grego. We'll go to Eric Huizar.
Resource to locate. I'd like to begin by extending my thoughts and prayers to the victims and families and friends, and to report that the West Richland Police Department is utilizing every available resource to locate the suspect, Elias Huizar. Yesterday, April 22nd, 2024, at approximately 3:23 p.m., the West Richland Police Department responded to a shooting on the grounds of Wiley Elementary School in West Richland. One adult female was pronounced deceased at the scene outside of the school. The victim of the shooting was a 31-year-old Amber M. Rodriguez, who was the suspect's ex-wife. Later in the evening, while serving a search warrant at a nearby residence of the suspect, the West Richland Police Department detectives and our partner agencies discovered a second crime scene. A second homicide victim was found inside the residence. No information about the second victim's identity is being released at this time, as it is still an active investigation. At approximately 9:45 p.m., the Washington State Patrol, on behalf of the West Richland Police Department, issued an Amber Alert for a 1-year-old Roman Santos and a silver 2009 Toyota Corolla. It is believed that the 1-year-old was kidnapped by the suspect. The Amber Alert was extended from Washington to Oregon, as well as additional locations on the West Coast. We are making progress in locating the suspect and will continue our efforts until he is located. The West Richland Police Department would like to thank our regional partnership, including the Kennewick Police Department, the Richland Police Department, Pascal Police Department, Prosser Police Department, the Benton County Sheriff's Department, the Franklin County Sheriff's Department, Washington State Patrol, Benton Fire District 4, Benton Fire District 1, the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, Fish and Wildlife, and others for their work on this case. We are grateful for their assistance. I'd like to give the public every assurance that the West Richland Police Department will continue to prioritize this matter with all of our available resources for the benefit of our crime victims, those affected by this tragedy, and our community at large. At this time, I'd like to ask Eric Huizar to come forward, the Benton County Prosecutor. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Grego. My name is Eric Huizar. I am the Benton County Prosecuting Attorney. Last night, a nationwide arrest warrant was issued for Elias Huizar. Mr. Huizar is charged by criminal information with first-degree premeditated murder of his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez. The charge of murder includes an aggravated circumstance allegation of domestic violence and a firearm enhancement. At the time of the murder, Mr. Huizar was out on conditions of release on 2 pending felony matters for rape of a child in the 3rd degree and rape in the 2nd degree. The total bail on those 2 matters was $250,000. It is important for the public to understand that this matter is still under active law enforcement investigation, and local, state, and federal law enforcement agents are working diligently to address this matter. The Benton County Prosecutor's Office is working with our community partners to provide resources to those who have been affected within our community. And I anticipate that as this investigation continues, that additional criminal charges will likely be filed in this matter. Thank you. I'll turn it over to Dr. Redinger now.
There are no words to express how deeply saddened we are by the targeted domestic violence incidents that took place yesterday at William Wiley Elementary, as well as in the surrounding neighborhood that resulted in the death of one of our staff members and another individual. This is a tragedy no community should have to experience. We want to start by acknowledging the bravery we saw yesterday. Our students, staff members, and families showed an incredible amount of courage and strength when faced with immense fear and grief. We want to thank our local, state, and federal law enforcement for the incredible job they have done protecting our community. We are grateful to all of our community partners and community members who stepped in to help yesterday as well as today and plan to help us tomorrow. We'd like to say a special thank you to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who provided a safe place for our Wiley families to reunite with their children. Please know that our schools are a safe place for your children to learn. We have highly trained administrators and school staff whose top priority is keeping your children safe. Lockdown drills are one of the ways that we ensure safety.
Where you at, though?
We are grateful that we had the training and were able to utilize and follow procedures when rare incidents such as this occur. We have additional community resources for support that can be found on our crisis resources website at rsd.edu crisis resources.
So where he at, though? Like, where he at? Address that.
Questions?
Where is
Mr.
he?
Probert.
What about Elias's 5-year-old son? Is he okay?
This matter is still under investigation, so unfortunately, I'm unable to provide a lot of additional details or answer that question. in terms of creating a definitive timeline, that is still a work in progress, and we should know more in the near future.
Okay, hold on. Can I? Okay, okay. I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Okay, did they at all say anything about him being detained at all? Why are they talking like he's been detained if he hasn't been arrested yet? Right? Because he's still on the run, right? So why are they treating it like he not on the run? I mean, right? Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not crazy. Okay, he is still on the run, right? Okay. What? Okay. Why are they talking like they got the dude? Okay, let's continue. All right then, let's continue. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm not on crack. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that crack be kicking in, and I'm like, wait a second, why are they acting like this dude has already been locked up and it's been done, and they're just giving an update about that? No, this guy's still on the run. Yes, in Nancy Grace's voice, where is the baby? Where is Roman? Where is he?
Is the 1-year-old, that's his son, right? The 1-year-old he's with?
That is correct.
Okay. And it's his son with his girlfriend, right?
That is correct.
Okay. And why did you guys bring these up to Mexico?
In these types of situations, it's important to be careful when we are looking for the whereabouts of a suspect. And so this is, again, a very active investigation, and we are still working on identifying leads and following those leads. There are multiple law enforcement agencies that are involved in investigating this matter. And so there's a lot of effort being put into locating Mr. Huizar's whereabouts.
They are very calm.
Why was yesterday's court appearance canceled?
I'm not familiar with that.
It was my understanding that he was meant to be in court yesterday following the cases that you had mentioned, and that when we were looking on Odyssey, it said
Okay.
it had been not skipped, but I forget the word there, but stricken. Thank you.
Okay. I don't have specific information about that. I'm sure that's something that we could track down and find. Yeah.
What kind of resources is your office providing the community right now, the prosecutor's office? Because we don't want to see something like this happen again, these domestic violence.
Absolutely. So my victim witness supervisor joined up with SARC and the chaplaincy to meet with staff from Wiley Elementary earlier this morning. And we are going to continue to work with Richland School District to provide resources and support for those who are affected by this matter.
And then can maybe somebody from the school district talk about some of the, like how did you get on campus in the first place, how that situation all kind of, I mean, he just came on or?
So I can turn this over to Dr. Redinger if you'd like to ask the district. Yeah.
It feels.
So we just recently sent out a timeline.
Hold on. It feels like this. It feels like they're like completely disconnected, oblivious to what's going on. It just seems a bit disconnected, doesn't it? Or maybe, I could be reading into things, but it just the way that they're kind of approaching the situation. And I understand that this case is still very, very fresh. Like it's fresh to us, but we are all having a very visceral, very guttural reaction to this man, to this monster that has this 1-year-old kid out on the lam. So it just seems very clinical, and it seems very like they're treading extremely lightly, but because it feels like they aren't fully vetted or something. It's weird. And then the school district has a lot of explaining to do as well. You know what I mean? There could have been some things that they ignored from his past, etc. It is weird, but I'm going to roll that back just a tiny bit. But even fella right here is kind of like, he just seems disconnected a little bit, fish out of water. But let's continue. I understand this is all still fresh for a lot of people, but damn, we went through 3 different articles. We all feel some type of way about this already. You see what I'm saying?
So I can turn this over to Dr. Redinger if you'd like to ask the district. Yeah.
So we just recently sent out a timeline to all of our families, and we'll be putting that out for all of the community to see the timeline of his employment with the Richland School District and other information regarding that. So during dismissal, we have staff out with students and parents. We have a lot of parents that come and pick up their students. He was behind a kind of a portable area and knew that she would be out there apparently, and then shot her there. Yes, and so quickly staff, it was definitely a targeted, and then we quickly got staff. Staff acted very quickly and got everybody back inside. Yes, and then we did a lockdown.
What time is this result?
Right around, like 3:15, 3:10-ish, 3:50. And it's dismissals at our elementary schools can take a while because we do have the walkers, the buses, but we have a lot of, fortunately, we always have, and I've been very proud of our staffs for this, a lot of staff outside during dismissals.
What resources will be offered to students and staff doing this?
Yes, very good question. So the outreach from the community has been amazing, from all Kennewick, Pascal, Richland. We have therapy dogs. We had supports for all of our schools as well. And so we have flight teams that are made up of counselors, nurses, psychologists, and we had them active at all of our schools, because we know this isn't just affecting Wiley, it's affecting our entire Richland School District family. So we do have resources. Today we opened up the district office, and we had counselors from all across the entire region. We did have quite a few families and students come, and we did have therapy dogs there, and our entire Wiley staff met together and we debriefed. And I just can't say enough about the counseling support and ongoing support. The local mental health agencies are making room to make sure that they can help any Wiley students and families as a top priority.
Can we talk about the communication this morning? I was talking with the Richland mother who has a young child in elementary school, not at Wiley, but she was upset that she wasn't getting communications from the school on whether school was open or not open for other schools as well. Can you talk about that?
Sure. Yes. So we do have a tool, Parent Square, that we utilize. And we went to this tool because it is very fast. Like when we want to send a text to all of our families or an email, it's immediate. Our old systems would take about 5 to 10 minutes. So that went out on Parent Square. And so the only school that was canceled was Wiley. We did have other schools that went into lockdown, and we made sure parents came and picked them up. It's always better to be to be really careful when you don't know for sure what it is going on. And so we took the utmost precautionary terms, and we made sure that we locked down other schools as well. So all of the information that we've been sending out internally to parents, now we're going to be sending that out to the whole community. So the whole community knows the steps that we've taken.
That's an app on your phone?
Yes. Yes.
Can somebody talk about, we're not dealing with a regular suspect. This is a former officer trained. How worried are you guys?
As I said, multiple agencies are involved in this investigation, so significant resources are being put at this manhunt for Mr. Huizar. Obviously, we are concerned based on the recent events that occurred at Wiley Elementary yesterday. And as a result, we are making every effort to apprehend him as soon as possible.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is there an SLA for the arrival of officers when it seems like this happens?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
An SLA, like settlements of level of agreement as response for a situation like this. My kids go to school there, and I have never seen a resource officer on site since the years my kids have been going to school. Is there any plan in place for future resource officers to be on site at Wiley Elementary in particular?
I think Dr. Redinger can speak to that.
So right now, what we have, and it's been, both police departments have had a hard time hiring police officers. So we do have a long-term plan in place as officers are available. So we do have a full-time SRO at Hanford and one at Richland. Those are Richland PD. And then we have 3 security guards in addition at both of those schools. We have full-time security guards at all of our middle schools. And then in and then the SROs at Richland and Hanford also will come for calls, and they, during the day, will go and look at their area that they have in terms of this Richland. West Richland, we have a partnership, which I'm very proud of, where we have a full-time SRO at both. He goes back and forth between Libby and Enterprise.
You realize that this is going to change everything from this point on. How they do standard procedure within this school and all that with their SROs, they are going to bulk up their SROs from this point on. It doesn't matter if he's hopping back and forth. If he goes from one place, that means he's not at that other place that he just left. You see what I'm saying? Somebody could still walk up and do bad. Now, I will say this too. Just because you have SROs on site, on campus and all that, doesn't mean that evildoers aren't going to be out there trying to do bad things. But still, the fact that you only have one that's bouncing back from one place to the other, I mean, come on. It's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for opportunities for people to do bad things. Okay. And if somebody knows how, the procedure and how things are done within these schools, it's very easy for somebody to go, all right, he's over there. I can do some crimes over here really quick while he's over there. You see what I'm saying? And I get it. Schools don't have, they have budgets. Some of them don't even have a budget to have certain things like this. But at the same time, there needs to be a budget. These are our children, period. Yes, it was a targeted event. But what if there was a kid there? Doesn't matter. These kids are traumatized by seeing this. It doesn't matter. Okay. And also he knew the procedure. Okay. He's an ex SRO as well. So the hell, in the same jurisdiction, in the same area. So he knows the procedure. Okay. So no matter what, this is not supposed, no, this is not good. And I hope, I encourage the school, the PTO or, parents, teachers, whatever the hell it is, the staff, the parents that come together, they better be banding together and being like, no, there needs to be a new change. There needs to be a new change. But I feel like this is the same thing that needs to be, this is the same need for all schools across the country, if not all over the world. There needs to be protection at all costs, because a lot of these SROs aren't even really SROs. No disrespect to you SROs that are SROing out here, but some of y'all aren't SROing. Dagnabbit. This shouldn't have happened. And then you got to remember, not only are these kids, luckily they're still alive, but some of these kids are probably traumatized because they probably saw what happened here. Our kids shouldn't be seeing that stuff. Period. Okay. Because, and I get it, to be the calm person is like, okay, and this is what we do, and this is what we're supposed to do, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, this is the moment where we need to really realize that there are so many bad things that are happening inside and outside the school, and it's all happening on campus, where it's not only just teachers, it's the students as well. And sometimes it's a disgruntled ex or it's a disgruntled student that goes in there and does the unthinkable. But you only have one SRO in there, and a lot of times they sitting there in the back, don't even want to be a part of it. Hey, this is beyond my pay grade. Man, come on now. And I'm not sitting here saying that schools should turn into a jail like it's a doggone prison, but at the same time, don't you want your kids to go to the school, matriculate, and come back home in one piece without having to sit there and say, I was witness to a tragedy? There needs to be some room for a budget. Real talk. There needs to be more room for a budget. And if it means that you guys go a year without buying new football pads for the football team, so be it. The security and the safety of these children and those students are way more important than brand new football pads. Just saying, you could go one more year with those pads. You feel me? All right, I said enough. Let's continue. It's just ridiculous, and I hate the approach here. Okay, which is all this like, oh, we're going to talk calmly. We're going to say what we need to say. And I get it. They don't want to speak candidly or speak passionately because it could anger the families that are all there. But at the same time, this should be a huge way. This should not have even be a conversation right now. If things were lined up, if things were stitched up tightly, if you had more than just one SRO bouncing from one campus to another, things would be different. Real talk. Okay, I'm done. Let's move.
And then we have a full-time security guard at Enterprise and a full-time security guard at Libby. All of them help out in terms of the elementaries. So they will go around and help out when we have situations. Yes.
Really appreciate all your guys' hard work and effort. I know this is none of your guys' fault. However, I do want to pay my respect to your guys' authority and work ethics behind this process. I would like my kids to be a little bit more safer. Maybe we would consider homeschooling because of this. But nonetheless, this is the reason why I'm here. Just to sit here, listen to your guys' future changes.
Any other questions?
I got a question before we even continue. Here's a question that they haven't even asked yet, and maybe they're about to ask it because we got a little less than 11 more minutes in this mug, okay, before they wrap up this thing. So tell us about Portland. Tell us about where they at. Tell us about how this monster and this 1-year-old is out here in these streets. What's going on with that? Okay, I get it that we want to understand what's going on with the school, what happened at the school, but at the same time, there are pressing matters going on right now, like an Amber Alert. Hello, where's the kid? Can you answer that for us? Is he really in a black sedan driving out here in Oregon, in the state of Oregon? Could he be in another state right now? Give me answers to those questions. Come on.
Yesterday, neighbors told us that there was a long history at that house. Can he give us more info about that?
Obviously, I indicated that there are 2 pending charges regarding Mr. Huizar. Beyond that, I'm not able to provide any other details at this time, and don't have other information to provide at this moment. I think there was a hand in the back. Yes, ma'am.
So the question
School
was about
stuff.
the employment. So we did send out to all of our families a very lengthy timeline of the very beginning. And we did our due diligence. It's airtight, but I want to read one comment about this. All of his background checks came back positive. His reference checks were
Interesting.
positive from another school district.
Word? So his background checks came back positive. Everything was Gucci. But so what? He just suddenly just ripped the Band-Aid off after he got this new job and said, F it, I'm just going to go do all these unthinkable, monstrous things to people, to these littles? That seems odd. No, there's got to be a history here. It must have been like hidden or something. It just doesn't make any sense.
And there were no red flags when he was hired. However, on February 14th, 2024, we received notice of Mr. Huizar's arrest, and learning of the allegations against him, we immediately removed him from being able to work or volunteer. At the time, his last day of substitute teaching for us was June 14th, 2023.
He was indeed a substitute teacher out here in these streets. Background checks, everything came back flying colors. He passed with flying colors. Nothing, no red flags, no nothing. You're telling me, I'm not sitting here saying that she's lying. I'm not sitting here saying that the schools, et cetera, didn't do their due diligence, but I'm saying there had to have been some sort of pattern here. There had to have been. Okay. But let me continue. And the chat is working, guys. Somebody just said on Facebook, your chat on YouTube ain't working. It's working. It's percolating right now. Y'all talking. Okay. And Nicole just said the other school district lied. Yeah. So they might have, I don't know. Maybe there's some, yeah. He provided falsified applications. Maybe that's what he did as well, or if they were asking for them for background checks and they were doing, calling up references and whatnot. Maybe he had some people, impersonate certain people of authority. That could be it too. You see what I'm saying? A phone call or an email to a random email address is very possible, right? It's very easy for somebody to just pick up the phone and go, yes, I'm Colonel Sanders. I know all 23 spices in my Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know what I'm saying? It could be easy for somebody to do that. Maybe not Colonel Sanders, but you know what I'm saying, okay? It's very easy for somebody to impersonate somebody and just talk around it and go, oh, yeah, he was fantastic. He was a great such and such. Man, if you wanted him to be a substitute teacher, I highly recommend him. He's fantastic. It's easy for people to do that. Real talk. Give a couple numbers and just do it, right? I don't recommend doing that, guys. But at the same time, if there's a will, there's most definitely a way.
So all this year, he has not been employed with the school system. I do want to make one comment. We are extremely disheartened that information about his past was not disclosed to us through the various processes we have in place to vet RSD candidates for employment. It is the expectation for individuals who apply for employment with the Richland School District to be forthcoming and truthful in their applications.
You heard that, right? I don't mean to chuckle, okay? But I'm going to repeat that one more time. They must be truthful in this. Okay. So I could sit there and say, yeah, I once ran for president, and I was valedictorian and in all high school, junior high, and in college. You know what I mean? I could lie out my butthole right now, right? As long as I'm truthful, right? So hear it one more time.
School system. I do want to make one comment. We are extremely disheartened that information about his past was not disclosed to us through the various processes we have in place to vet RSD candidates for employment. It is the expectation for individuals who apply for employment with the Richland School District to be forthcoming and truthful in their applications. No past investigations or allegations appeared in Mr. Huizar's background checks before he was hired, and nothing was disclosed by Mr. Huizar. Sorry, I'm saying this right. We took the process of hiring staff very seriously and pride ourselves on the quality and character of our staff members.
I don't mean to keep pausing, but what? So anyone, I'm sorry, hold up. Anyone could apply for this job. Anyone. Just so you know, anyone could, as long as you're truthful. As long as you tell the truth. So as he's filling out these applications and putting in his resume and whatnot, in his heart of hearts, he's telling the truth. At that moment, I am not a monster. I'm actually a good person, because that's what I feel in my heart of hearts. I'm being truthful. So give me the job and give me some candy. That doesn't make any sense, guys. No. How they hire, at least in this particular elementary school or in this middle school, in this district, they might want to reapproach that again. They may want to look at that paperwork and go, that might not be a good idea. We need to reapproach this whole thing and restructure everything, because you never know how many other people they have in their staff that are absolute monsters as well. Just saying. We're going to continue. I'm sorry. This is just, there's holes throughout this whole doggone thing. Sorry. Let's go.
Could you tell his actual hiring date and then his position title?
Yes, on November 19th, and this will be on for all the community to see. On November 19th, 2021, he started application process with the Richland School District for a substitute position. In January, the Richland School District received a reference from a neighboring school district where he was employed as a school resource officer. He was rated very good to excellent. In February, he completed his drug screen at Lord's Occupational Health. His fingerprints were taken at the Educational Service District and were used to run background checks with the Washington State Patrol and FBI. Both background checks came back clear, allowing him to proceed with the employment process at RSD. In February 2022, he completed the mandatory 8-hour sub-skills training course, passing with a score of 100%. February 7th, 2022, we initiated the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction Emergency Substitute Certification application, electronically signed and completed. The application asked background questions in the character and fitness part, including, have you ever resigned from or otherwise left any employment while allegations of misconduct were pending? And are you currently or have you ever been the subject of an investigation or inquiry by an employer because of allegations of misconduct? Both questions he answered no. He also signed an affidavit certifying all information included in the emergency substitute application was true and correct.
Okay. He just okay, let's continue. Oh, I'm sorry. I can make a meal out of this whole piece right here, but I'm not going to. I've already said enough. Let's continue.
February 8, 2022. The neighboring school district sent the Washington State Sexual Misconduct Disclosure Release to Richland School District. The neighboring district checked the box for no sexual misconduct materials found. This document was sent to RSD from that district's District Human Resources Department. He completed his new hire paperwork, including an I-9 form. A notification of reasonable assurance for employment was sent to him. February 9th, 2022. I guess I don't need to keep going. Is that enough? Do you want me to keep going?
I mean, I would say yes. That's just me, though. I'd be like, yeah, you can continue. I want to hear the rest of it. I want to know all of it. But she's like, is that enough? I mean, it's enough to realize that he just straight up lied on his applications. He went through the procedures, and I'm sure that there were certain things that he did that were not filed yet. You see what I'm saying? Like charges and whatnot did not happen yet. Maybe things were hidden, right? But at the same time, he was lying in all his applications, and they just took his word for it. That's not good, you know? And I'm wondering if wifey, that's the other thing too. Did they ever hear or find out about the issues that he was having with his ex-wife at the time too? I'm just kind of curious about that as well. Why wouldn't they know about that? If she was like trying to get a protective order against him and all that, wouldn't that give you some sort of inkling that this guy may not be the safest individual to bring around other kids? I'm just saying. Those things I feel would stick out like a sore thumb, but let us continue.
Will there be school tomorrow?
Yes, there will be.
Wow.
We met and debriefed. Wiley families received an email shortly, a few minutes ago, and we will have school at Wiley tomorrow. That best practice is to go back to our routines, and that's where all of our resources will be at the school.
I don't think they should have school. That's just me, though. That's just me. But let's continue.
Like the crisis response team?
Okay, so where are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, could you say the two victims or the victims' names that you're able to say and the suspect's name pronunciation?
Where?
So
they?
the one victim that we can disclose, who was found near Wiley Elementary, is Amber Marie Rodriguez, and the defendant in this matter is Elias, and I believe the last name is pronounced Huizar, and I stand willing to be corrected if anybody wants to correct me on that. I believe it's Huizar. It's Huizar, and those are the only related names we can release at this time regarding the incident. I'm told by Mayor Gary we only have an opportunity for a few more questions.
Okay, where is he? Where was he last seen? Could we get to that? Because I get it. They want to know everything about the school, but he's still out on the lam. He's still at large, everybody. So where's that?
Mr. Potter. I'm sorry, Mr. Probert.
Question for Dr. Ranger. You might not have an answer for this, but I believe that his initial crime was on February 2nd. I was wondering what happened between February 2nd and February 14th, and why was there some sort of breakdown in communications or something?
No, that's just what we were alerted.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And then I was wondering, when it comes to WRPD, you said that you guys are making progress. I was wondering, what can you tell us about that progress? What does that mean for people wondering? And then also, I know you can't say exactly where people are at, but where should maybe people be looking for the suspect? I know that there was the Toyota Corolla originally, but then I think I read this morning that it might have been a different car.
Thank you.
In Portland. What should people be looking for?
Thank you.
So you may be aware that there was an Amber Alert that was last night. So at this point, we're simply asking that the public look for any information that relates to that Amber report that might lead to locating Mr. Huizar. This case is being, as I said, very actively investigated. What I mean by that is there are multiple agencies that are involved. There are search warrants that are being conducted, many efforts that are being undertaken at the same time by different personnel. And so this is an all hands on deck situation. Every effort is being made to continue and hopefully conclude shortly this investigation.
Wait, so does that mean that is it true that he's in Portland? Is that sighting true? Like he's not answering the question. Do you see he's not answering the question? What is going on here?
So I don't have any other information about that at this time, so I just rely on the Amber report information. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
Yeah, I wonder if you guys have a conversation on this, for Ms. Rodriguez, who is she leaving behind, and how is the community, how are you guys supporting any children or anything like that?
So my office has a victim witness unit, and we have victim witness coordinators and assistants that work with crime victims. And so I would anticipate that our victim witness staff and the staff at the Support Advocacy Resource Center, or SARC, will likely work with the crime victims in this matter to provide them services. Obviously, there are a number of people that were affected in the community by this matter. And our office and others will be making every effort to help those folks. Any final questions? Yes, sir.
Is there any plans to increase security at schools? I know for myself, I'd gladly put myself in the line of students.
Understood.
So we do have very good partnerships with our two police departments, Richland and West Richland, and they do a good job of patrolling the area. They have stepped that up. We are in conversations about adding additional resource officers through the region. We do have two, I know they're not armed, but our principals are specially trained also to help in times of crisis and to be proactive. Always know who's in their building, make sure we're following our safety protocols by not propping doors open and having our single point of entry. So just know the partnership with the local law enforcement, they've really stepped it up. And we just have to make sure we're following our policies and procedures to keep our kids safe. Yeah, that is something that is more of a board policy. And at this time, you know, we're in conversations about how to up our security.
I have one
All right.
question real quick.
One and done.
Okay, this is it. Regarding the bail and him having 2 charges, can you explain the thought process about why bail was even set at all, for how serious these crimes were?
It's a good question, but like I said, this is not the questions that should be asked right now. The questions should be asked right now about where he is, his whereabouts, and what was last seen, what he was last seen doing. That's what should be talked about. That should be the final one and done question. What the hell is going on here?
Yes, Mr. Huizar was charged with rape of a child in the 3rd degree and rape in the 2nd degree in February of this year. And the requested bail amount was $250,000. Between the 2 cases, that amount was set by the court. And that was based on, as provided in Criminal Rule 3.2, which provides the standards for bail settings. That was based on the nature of the allegations, the 2 allegations against Mr. Huizar. It was based on the fact that there were 2 victims in the 2 matters, and his connection to the community and lack of criminal history. Thank you.
All right, I thank all the media for coming out this afternoon and all the participants in this room as well. So if we have any further information, you can look for further press releases, and as necessary, may reconvene another press conference at a later time. So thank you very much.
Hamburger. So you're telling me all that time, and I get it. We got to understand every aspect of the case. We got to understand what happened at the school and all that. And yes, I understand there's going to be a lot of people that are concerned about their kids going to that school, especially after what just happened. Someone lost their life. A teacher lost their life on school grounds in the parking lot. That's crazy. Okay. That's scary as hell. I get that part. But you also got to remember, this is somebody who's out on the lam. This is somebody who's on the run right now. Where is he? Is the account, the eyewitness account, saying that he switched cars, is it true? Did you notice that every single time, I think that was an FBI agent, okay, the tall guy, every single time somebody asked about the whereabouts, what they think he could be, where they think he could be and all that, he didn't even answer that. He couldn't give a straight answer to that. That means either the eyewitness account is not solid, or they don't want to say anything because they feel that this monster is watching the press conference to see where to see where he thinks he's at. Because think about this. If they said, yep, he's in Portland, Oregon right now, we're in the area looking for him right now, you know for a fact he's gonna move somewhere else. He's gonna move. he's going to start moving east, or he's going to try to go west, or he's going to try to go somewhere else, right? If they say, yeah, we heard that he's in a black sedan right now, he going to switch up that car too. But at the same time, I feel that it would have been really helpful if they gave us just a little bit, because you got to remember that school and that school filled with kids aren't the only kids that he could run into. He could jump into any other school and wreak havoc. He's got a 1-year-old boy in his possession right now. He can go and nab as many other kids as he wants. He could go and try to go and hurt young women, young girls. Where is he? So we at least know, okay, he's not in the Washington State area. We get it. He's in Oregon now. Cool. Bet. Honey, we could be safe now. We don't have to worry. The monster's at bay. Whatever it may be. But he's got a 1-year-old boy that I'm sure he's using for whatever reason. I don't think he has the 1-year-old boy because he just loves his son. I think he's going to use him for other reasons, to protect himself. God forbid. But it is weird that they couldn't even say not one thing. I wish that they would say at least something so that we know what's going on. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens from this point on. This person's out on a lam. He's got a 1-year-old boy. Let me show you his face one more again, or both of their faces one more again, so that you guys can keep them fresh in your minds, especially those of y'all who are in the West Coast area, because apparently they are trying to go down. All right. He is trying to go down to Mexico, allegedly. That's a long drive, guys. That's a long drive coming from all the way northwest, okay, from Washington State. So he's trying to go all the way down, okay? So, again, just to keep these faces in your mind, keep them in your minds for now, because let's be real, I'm sure he's going to get caught before he gets to Mexico. It is a very long drive. But if he keeps on maneuvering and he keeps on moving the way he's moving, you never know. He could get pretty close. He might be able to get pretty close. You never know. So let's see what happens here. Only time will tell. But man, this is some crazy stuff, y'all. This is some crazy stuff. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Like I said, I can't believe this is even a true story. Okay. And my thoughts and prayers go out to the mother of Roman, and of course, the ex-wife as well, because you got to remember there are 2 children from the ex-wife that is now without a mom. They are not with their mom anymore. Okay. So that is absolutely devastating and sad. And again, prayers that he is brought to justice as soon as possible without any more tragedies. Please. This is a 1-year-old boy. He didn't do nothing. He's just living. So I hope we get him home safely. Period. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so very much. Thank you, guys. Again, oh snap. I forgot these. Here, let me get through these really quick. Chef Apples, thank you so much for being a member for the past 3 months. I really do appreciate it. Fly Gal, hey, what's going on with people? I don't know. It is crazy, Fly Gal. Okay, I am beyond tired of this happening. Why can't this end? I'd like to know that too. Real talk. I really would like to know that too. Sue, thank you so much. They may not want to say in case he is listening. That's exactly what I just said. Yep. You read my mind. I think that they are trying to hide that information because, yeah, for a fact he's watching because he wants to know. Okay, they think I'm over here. Cool. I'm going to go over here instead. Oh, they think I'm in a black SUV or a black sedan or something like that. I'm going to go get a cherry red such and such. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm going to switch it up. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Okay. Trust and believe we are going to be watching it. Keep an eye on this because this man is still out there, up to no good. If you are in the areas of what we've talked about so far, please lock your doors, keep your family safe, etc. This is not a safe individual, okay? All right. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. Don't forget to hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. Hit that reaction button. Hit that follow button on my Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, X, Instagram, you name it. Please go follow me on all those platforms. Make sure you hit that subscribe button over there on my YouTube channel if you're watching on there. That'd be over here. That'd be greatly appreciated. Of course, if you want to support the channel and become a member, hit that join button down below. That would be dope. If you want to support the channel even further, go to patreon.com/The Pascal Show. Please and thank you. Okay, guys? But anyway, it is time to get going. I'm going to try to be on a little bit later on tonight. If I do, I'll let you guys know. I didn't know this was going to be a longer show due to the press conference and whatnot, but I'm really glad I still was able to do that with you guys nonetheless, okay? But I will let you guys know if I go live tonight for sure, okay? But anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I hope we get swift justice here, guys. I'm praying for swift justice and no more tragedies. That's what I'm hoping for with this case. I'll let you guys know if there's any more updates. I'll be watching. Anyway, guys, much love to you guys. See you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.